The ingredient making your Crohn's worse is probably in the food you eat on your worst gut days because it's in almost everything labelled healthy. Hi, I'm Kate, and today we're talking about the specific emulsifiers hiding in foods Crohn's patients think are safe. And this matters right now because a clinical trial published in the last few years gave us real numbers and real reasons to read labels differently. So after my husband's surgery, he had, as everyone does, his post-op safe food list. What he was eating to recover and what was actually in it. So one of the big things he was consuming was things with almond milk in it. Now, almond milk contains one of these emulsifiers. And my son, his go-to protein bar during the diagnosis period, I finally looked at the label. And as I read through them, I went, okay, yeah, great. One of these emulsifiers is in this as well. And I keep seeing it all the time in clinic. Patients are eating clean, but their calprotectin is still climbing. So here's the thing. There is a sane middle path. I'm not asking you to throw out every processed food or fight with your gastroenterologist. What I am saying is that the research, specifically a 154 patient randomized trial, found that participants who avoided carrageenan, polysorbate 80 and carboxymethylcellulose had measurably lower fecal calprotectin over the study period. So is this important? Yes, because calprotectin is your gut's inflammation marker. Lower number means less active inflammation in the intestinal lining. It's not a fringe claim. That's a trial result actually worth knowing about. So what are the names of these three culprits? Carrageenan, polysorbate 80, and carboxymethylcellulose. They're the specific emulsifiers linked to the gut barrier disruption in the research. So, as I mentioned previously, carrageenan was in the almond milk that my husband was drinking daily. How you find them on the label. These ingredients have multiple names and hide in unexpected health products. Now, the exact label reading method is read it. There are apps available that you can take a snapshot of the nutrition panel and it's going to tell you, not the nutrition panel, the ingredient list, and it's going to tell you exactly what those products are called. For example, gluten-free brand, it has, one of these emulsifiers in it. Now, you're going to think that gluten-free bread is going to be great for you because you're avoiding gluten. It's the emulsifier that you've got to look out for. As I mentioned, almond milk. As I mentioned, protein bars. So you don't need to rebuild your whole diet this week. What you should just focus on is one category at a time. So starting with the highest frequency safe food list. So if you have one food that you go to whenever you're not feeling well, check that food straight away. Don't try to overhaul the entire pantry or fridge because that's not realistic and we don't want to cause more stress. We've already got enough. So what we're aiming for, I guess, is to make sure that our calprotectin stays as low as it possibly can. So it's a lab number, right? But if you can avoid foods that are going to trigger that number, then you're going to end up in a better position health-wise, and that's what we're after, okay? So what I want you to do also is, in this instance, I'm not asking you to work against your gastroenterologist. I'm asking you to work with them. Become a label reader. Make it a habit. And mention it to your gastroenterologist. Like, I've discovered this. I've seen this research. I'm started to avoid these foods, so I'd like another check of what my calprotectin is now. So that's what I'd be saying to my doctor. So 20 years later, as I said, my husband's flare-free and my son is now in deep remission. We simply avoid those trigger chemicals, because we can't really call them food, that actually cause your calprotectin to rise. So, as I mentioned as well, I don't want you to go crazy and look at everything in the cupboard and just throw out everything. Just start with the first safe food. Get that sorted, move to the next, move to the next. You might just do one food a week. and look around for a healthier alternative. Now, if you found this useful, the next step is simple. Pick one food from your current safe list, as I said, and check it this week using the 3 names I gave you. Drop what you find in the comments. I'll see you in the next video. Have a beautiful day.